All right, dear friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We have come again with another information. Today is Monday, and I wish you the very best for the week. I pray that God will make grace to come upon you. Yes, that you will never walk on a hard surface. It will be glorious by God's grace. Now, the news is this. You are thinking that Mazen Simon Ekpa is playing, or is not serious, or is a scam, or is Nigerian agent. If he is Nigerian agent, why is it that Bambialas, they have ganged up? Bambialas, I mean Kazim Shettima, the vice president, and his men, his king's men, I mean the Fulanis, they moved from the north to Finland to go and beg President of Finland to extradite our Prime Minister, to hand him over to them so that they will incarcerate him and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that these are the people that are making their belly to run. Every other person is inside their pocket, according to them. It's only these two individuals that are disturbing them. So they want to keep them down and therefore keep our future down. Will you now believe that Simon Ekpa is working with them? The answer is no. Simon Ekpa is contrary to their opinion, okay? He's acting based on what he knows how best to do. He wants freedom for our people. He is the one going for our freedom and fighting for our freedom. And they've known it, they've seen it, that this guy is not relenting. This guy is not joking. This guy would declare Biafra, probably causing war again in Nigeria come December 2nd. They've seen it. It is obvious to them, all right? So they are moving now. October is this time. They are moving to go and quench whatever. If they succeed, Mazi Simon Ekpa will be extradited to Nigeria, or he will stop agitating, or things will shatter from here, all right? But if they don't succeed, they should know that they have lost it, and Biafra must be declared. This same Shettima, Kazim, Bambiala, the beggars of our time, this same Boko Haram leader, Kazim Shettima, went to UN advocating for Palestine, that they are due for freedom, that freedom should be given to Palestine, that it is their inalienable right. So now that we are clamoring for freedom, he now said it is criminality. Two-faced human being, double-faced human being. Now, Welusi Regi goes again, my Biafran people. We are in the right track, pressing the right button. Voting is ongoing. Biafrans are advocating for the freedom, and the voice of the people will matter in this case. I tell you the truth. I want you to listen to what happened next. All right, these are the terrorists who met with my president. All of them are Islamic fundamentalists. There's no Christian from terrorist Nigeria worthy of being part of the meeting. Yes, because it is actually a fight. They want to Islamize Nigeria. They want to kill all of us. These are the people that went to meet President of Finland. See them here. These are Bambialas. No Igbo person, no Christian is among it. So this speaks volume already. What else are you looking for? Was this not how they placed bounty on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's head? And idiots, the likes of late Ifeanyi Oba, they picked up and they say, oh, don't worry, I know how to go and get him. After getting him, how far now? After getting him down, what's up? How many have died? What has changed in Nigeria? Nothing. So is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the bad government or the bad governors and presidents? He's not. He's not the one making you hungry. He's not the one killing you. He is the freedom fighter, the face of Biafra, and he happened to be the one defending Biafra. And you think if you remove him, nothing else will happen, then Biafra land will be as porous as you want it. But hey, you just made mistake again. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu trained people for 5 years. I happen to be one of them. Mazi Simon Ekpa happened to be one of them. In fact, that one was born for Biafra. We have even seen it, that he's more fierce, more strong, and tough. Please, I want you to listen to our Prime Minister. I'll be right back.
Exposition about Hope Uzodinma. Why are you not making it go viral? Hope Uzodinma was a hardened criminal. He was an armed robber. He killed people during armed robbery. And the last armed robbery attack, when he got arrested with his gang, he was facing firing. He was to face firing squad. I am going to tell you a brief history again today. And I am expecting the people from Imo State. I told you people that I want people from 50 years up to come up with more information. And of course, I will be releasing it little by little. So, Hope Uzodinma was an armed robber. He was an armed robber who faced, who was on death row in Imo State. And let me tell you the story. The people, during the time when Hope Uzodinma was to be executed by firing squad, it was during Buhari regime. During Buhari regime, Hope Uzodinma, during Buhari regime, was an armed robber. He killed people. He killed his victim. And during that time, how they execute people in Nigeria was that it does not matter anywhere the crime was committed. It does not matter where you commit the crime. When they want to execute you, they bring you to a community. When they want to kill you, they bring you to a community to execute you. I want people to recollect and recall this particular history. Hope Uzodinma was facing firing squad. He was brought to his community to be executed. Are you aware of that? During Buhari regime, Hope Uzodinma was brought to his community to be executed by firing squad. It was the Ezemo and the Igwe of the community that came and intervened. They intervened claiming that if Hope nobody in their land, the blood of their indigene cannot be spilled in their land, that it will bring doom to the entire community. And that was how the king, the Eze Umume, I want you people, those of you who come from Imo State where Hope Uzodinma come from, I want you to go and ask question. What I'm telling you now, go and ask question. Go and ask the Eze. Go and ask about the Eze Umuma. The Eze Umuma. The Eze Umuma during Buhari regime. Because we are going to dig this thing out. We are going to dig it until we dig everything out to the open. That's how we do. I want those of you who come from where Hope Uzodinma come from to go and make your finding. In 1984, 82, 83, during Buhari regime, I want you to go and ask your mother's question, who was the Eze in Hope Uzodinma's community? Hope Uzodinma's community. Eze Umuma. Eze Umuma, and there is somebody that is the chief priest in that community. When they brought Hope Uzodinma, this Hope Uzodinma, when they brought him to be executed by firing squad for armed robbery, not just ordinary armed robbery, he was killing his victim. He was killing his victim. So when they brought him to the community to be executed, the Eze or Eze Umuma in 1984, 1983, go and ask, we need to dig everything out. They came out with their priest, with their chief priest of that community, of that village. They say there is something, that is date or the oracle, because in those days, in those days, oracle is very strong, not like all this adulterated oracle these days. So they came and the Eze said that no blood of their indigene shall be spilled on their land. That it is going to bring sacrilege, it's going to be sacrilege, it's going to bring doom to them. So the Buhari administration then, they took Hope Uzodinma away. So, to go and kill him somewhere else. So that not to pollute the land. Now, little did these people, where Hope Uzodinma come from, they didn't know that Hope Uzodinma later was not killed. They didn't know that he was not killed. It was from there he ran to Lagos to join 419, continue his criminal activities. Now, the next thing Hope Uzodinma did was to come back when he contested for Senate. The time he contested for Senate, he came back. I am also challenging the people in Imo State, in his constituency. Immediately Hope Uzodinma came back, the person that he contested the senatorial districts against, his opponent brought the issue of Hope Uzodinma being an armed robber. Do you know what happened? Hope Uzodinma assassinated him. This is why we say Nigeria breed criminals. And there is no way Hope Uzodinma can be a governor in Biafra land and you see peace and tranquility. It can never happen. The land of Biafra is fighting. And that's why there are chaos in Imo State. And it left for the elders in Imo State to rise up, because Hope Uzodinma has spilled the blood of their own people in Imo State. And the land of Biafra is against everything that Hope Uzodinma does. So all the chief priests in Biafra land, all the chief priests in Imo State, I challenge you people to go and consult the oracle and go to work. The only way to restore peace in Imo State, and by extension in Biafra land, is to chase Hope Uzodinma out of Biafra land, because the sacrilege he committed is following him, and it is going to follow Imo State.
When he left, he kept quiet and lived peacefully and left. But the generation that have come have picked it up, and it's even worse than his own now, and they are engaging it with knowledge.
And when this man said this, he said, and even worse than now than as it is before. When this man said, we are talking about 7 to 8 years ago, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained, illegally detained in Kuje, when he was actually arrested in Lagos State, airport, international airport, Murtala Mohammed, airport hotel. So that is when this man was making these utterances, telling them that it is not about gun and bullets. And remember, that time we were not armed. IPOB members were being mauled on a daily basis. We were not armed. The zoo were having their field day. Anytime they hear protest from IPOB, boom, they have come to suck blood that day. That day they have come to suck blood. And we were not armed. This man was telling them this thing, that even now, it is now even worse than Ojukwu them time. He was saying it, he never knew that we will be armed someday. And this is just 7 to 8 years ago. Right? 2017. 2017. Right? So, even he himself wasn't aware that the word he said that time in the name of prophecy will even go beyond what he said he saw. He never knew. So if the Zoological Republic was aware of what is going to be happening today, at least they would have paid attention to this man's word, even though they want to accept it as a prophecy, no problem.
But the generation that have come have picked it up, and it's even worse than his own now, and they are engaging it with knowledge. So the best way to deal with this is not gun and bullet. It's not gun and bullet. When the revolution want to start, the revolutionists, the first thing they will do, they will pass the idea and impregnate their followers. The only way to stop it is to stop them before they impregnate the followers. But if the followers are impregnated, that's all. All of them are carrying pregnancy. They will soon deliver to other children. If you have 2 million Biafra, you already have 4 million Biafra, because they are selling the ideology. And now I don't have a problem. But my own concern is that you don't take woman's life. The best way to do that, you engage them in the ideology. If you feel the ideology is not correct, you dialogue. You sit down with them. If dignifying them will make them feel important, then do that.
Did you get that? That's why I told you we take our own and leave them with their own. He said, if dignifying them will make them important, then do that. So that what will happen, so that the country will continue. But we are not here for that. We are not here for that. We do not need anybody to dignify us. No. Hold your dignity or whatever they call it. Hold it. Eat it. Bath with it. Sleep with it. Eat it. That you may be belly full. We don't need your dignity or dignifying. Whatever. We don't need it. Let us go and build our own dignity in our own home. As a free nation. As a free people. That is the most important thing to all of us. We know how to build dignity. We are Biafrans. Nobody can teach us how to build integrity or dignity. We know it better than every other person. We know it. We know it. Go and check record. We have more men of integrity and dignity all over the world. Go and check record. Go, just go and do your own research. So we know how to make name. We know how to build a name. We know how to build dignity. We know how to build integrity. So Fulani cannot come from Fota Jalon to give us dignity. Fulani or Tinubu, controlled by the Fulani, Bambiala, and Boko Haram, has no capacity to give us integrity. Never. So let us go and build our own dignity, that the whole world may come and pay homage. We have what it takes to do it. And they know. They know very well that we have what it takes to build the dignity. That's why they are fighting. They don't want us to do it. Because they don't want to be relevant. They don't want to be seen as irrelevant people. You know, in a more fuma, onya anyuku nolo n'akụkụ. Or if you na abaya no bibo, how is this person doing this? How comes he is the one seen as somebody who is so much important? How comes he's the one? How comes? The only thing that will be coming in their mind is how come? They wouldn't want to wait and learn from you in order to be like you. Rather, they will be asking themselves, why him? Why her? How come? But a wise person.
All right, Biafra, I want to call it a wrap at this very point. I know a lot has been said, and at least you will consider what we are saying. That Mazi Simon Ekpa will imene Fulani. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They have already proven it by traveling all the way to Finland. The heat is too much. Woto Pro Max. That's just what we are seeing. And we must continue to see it from the end of Biafra, okay?